don't want to let my voice get rusty, so we're sneaking in another cast, everybody. Woo! Shoutcasting! Woo! We're on the world's worst map. Nah, do you know what? I would actually rather play Cess than another game of Four Walls. That's so much Four Walls that actually Cess, Purimnir Palace is preferable at this point. This game is like 80% average Joes. I don't know what the percentage is. 1 of 8. I should have paid attention in math. Really? There is one pro snuck into this game, so we would expect his team to win. But this is Cess. Skill means absolutely nothing. So, if there was a map for the pro to slip in and be completely useless, it's this one. So let's start with player introductions. I'm doing these random casts mostly to not let my voice wear down for the tournament casts that I've been doing each evening. You might see some of those on YouTube. The first couple of matches weren't great, but the third match, actually kind of impressive. So, representing Team 1, of course. Team 1 is the team with the blue shaman. That is my rule, hard and fast. Representing Avenging Angels, it's one of their admins. It is Soma. His ally next to him in the green base, it is 00Shaman. Over on the other side of Soma, we have Mixjumpen. And last but not least, allied to Mixjumpen, it is the Avenging Angels' other active admin. It is Purimnir. So it's mostly an Avenging Angels game against everyone else. Nice kill there. Team 2, we're going to start over here with the pro that snuck into this game. Admin of Clan Overpowered. He's the only pro in this game, so he'll be doing something silly, I'm sure. It is Babo. Next to Babo. He's the traitor for the Avenging Angels. It is Sherminator. Next to Sherminator, we have Christo. And of course, next to Christo, we have Ossur. Ghost Army gets the kill onto Babo there. Babo did take down a shaman with him though, so nothing to be sniffed at before getting pushed into the water. You should expect Babo to have a little bit more of an answer to things like that in the future. You know you're against Avenging Angels. They're a big proponent of the Ghost Army casting. Torok and Soma, both prevalent users of the Ghost Army spell. As you should be. Ghost Army is an exceptionally powerful spell. We take a little look at the bases. Torok hasn't got his Fire Warrior hut. These two players have. And... oh no. 00Shaman, what are you doing, man? Killing 2 trees to build your Fire Warrior hut? You build the normal hut here and the Fire Warrior hut over here where you dismantled your Warrior training hut, buddy. You don't need to kill 2 trees to do this. Murderer! Cess, of course, wood is important. You do want to be careful of your wood. Soma mostly doing that. He's building on 1 tree, but 1 tree is not the end of the world. Mixjumpen's killed a tree or 2. I think there's another tree over here that's died. Torok Macto's got a mostly healthy forest. There was a tree here that he's killed, I believe. But we got more Shaman dueling for the center. Cyan Shaman does go down, as does the Red Shaman. So AVA are able to hold the hill. The combination of Soma and Mixjumpen too much, and Babo walks right into the Shaman. He can't even blame Ghost Army for that one. That was just Babo being Babo. Fire Warriors slowly making their ways to the front line. Babo identifies that they're probably not going to maintain middle control for very long. He's actually throwing down additional towers to try and fortify his own position. The earthquake goes down, and it cuts in the worst possible way for AVA. Good. Torok Macto's getting that Fire Warrior training hut up. The tree murder has been completed for 00Shaman. This is why I hate this map, says Ossur. Well, it's just a map. Don't play it if you don't like it. Ossur's opted to keep the Warrior training hut. You typically never do this because it's 8 wood. So this buys this for free, and you don't have to worry about your wood so much. But as you can see, he's being quite slow. Trying not to build on his trees. I don't get this. He's trying not to build on his trees, but he's also not harvesting his trees. So all these trees are at 4 wood. Babo getting pushed back again. Yell DT die. See, this is what you want to see. You want to see all these trees perfectly harvested. Keep the wood down. Keep them constantly growing. Even I'm bad at doing this. I can't keep trees well harvested all the time. Torok Makto's got some harvesting going on. Tree at 3. Sorry, hiccup in the middle of that sentence. I'm making weird noises with my mouth. Tree at 3, tree at 3, 3 trees at 2. Mixjumpen. More of the same. Very lazy harvesting, I think, from most of these average Joes, but this is a mostly average Joe's cast. I'm going to count this as an average Joe's cast. If 7 people in a game of 8 people are average Joes, then this counts as an average Joe's game. Now, at the moment, the pro has yet to be effective. Babo's just sort of died like a clown, both instances. Cyan Shaman does go down, pushing forward. Yellow Shaman in danger. She goes down, and it's time for Team 2 to launch a counter-attack. Now, Soma has filled his tower, as has Mixjumpen and Torok Makto, so Babo's probably going to have to use a frontline earthquake here, and he does. The only person who didn't fill his towers is the guy who killed 2 trees to build his Fire Warrior hut. 00Shaman's got 3 towers, 3 gaps. A perfect cut for Babo there. He rolls the Cess RNG, and the gods say, do you know what? I like you enough that you get lucky on this dice roll. Here you go. And it's Cess. This is why we don't like this map, but it's still better than 4 Wars. But of course, Soma held mid-control for so long, he was able to pick up that land bridge for himself. Land bridge used to reconnect the team in a strong answer. The hut plan down here. I don't know whose hut plan it is. It is 00Shaman's. He's trying to creep forward as well. He's finally filled his towers as well. Excellent. So he's now got a harder to attack position. I suspect they'll try to push into Mixjumpen. Mixjumpen looks the least fortified of these players at the moment. So if all Shamans go down, you can expect to see a Shaman Tide pushing into the base of Mixjumpen. Mixjumpen goes down. So it looks like so far Torok's dead. Mixjumpen's dead. As is Sherminator. And Soma goes down. Here we go. And the earthquake cuts perfectly the other side now. So now Babo gets to push in, and he probably is going to go for that Mixjumpen exposed position that we talked about. Mixjumpen's grouping his Fire Warriors up, trying to push the Shaman back, but now they're a good target for Proxy Blast, but Babo's being a little bit dumb. He gets pushed away on really low health. I don't know what happened to the other Shaman. The other Shaman that was with Babo there also just sort of slipped into the puddle. Went for a little bit of a swim. Ghost Army comes down to distract the towers. What are we going to see from Babo here? I don't know if we'll see much. He used 1 earthquake here. Then he used an earthquake here. He's probably charging 1 earthquake right now, waiting for an opportunity to use it. He's bringing Fire Warriors forward. Ghost Army from Mixjumpen is going to keep Babo at bay. He throws down the flan and just cuts Mixjumpen off, and he gets the Shaman kill with it as well. Babo being a little bit rude there. He gets a shot onto Torok Makto, takes Torok Makto out for his troubles as well. Meanwhile, Soma is walking sort of backwards and forwards. Mixjumpen says GG. As Torok Makto's defense is now left to face off against the pressure from 2 Shamans now. As Christo comes to give Babo a hand. 2 Shamans against 1. Here comes Soma. Has he got the lightning? He probably has. Let's see it thrown out. Throw out the lightning. He does not have the lightning. In fact, Yellow has the lightning. Who's Yellow? Sherminator with the ultimate betrayal onto the clan admin there, getting an incredible kill onto Soma, knocking him into the water with that lightning, and an earthquake from Cyan onto Torok. Does pretty good. Babo Shaman doing what Babo Shaman does, and that's dying to random ass shit in really stupid ways. So not quite as devastating as it could be for the clan of Avenging Angels. Meanwhile, interesting. Meanwhile, Sherminator actually reconnected Mixjumpen to the middle, which is a bit of a faux pas. You don't want to help the team that you're cutting off not be cut off anymore. That's considered not good. But at least it buys a couple of moments for Team 1 now. This plan will be built. We should see Soma come to the front line now. Try to connect himself up with a flat, and he does. So now everything's all connected up again. The paths are a little bit treacherous, but connected. All the very same. But Turok's going to feel that a little bit. He lost one of his trees to the lava. If he's been harvesting, he would have lost the wood piles next to the trees as well, unless he moved them manually. There's also some hut spots that he can't build in anymore, but it's not the end of the world. It's really negligible damage. Ossur's got warriors patrolling on the front line. For some reason, Ossur recently has convinced himself that he is a god of warrior control. Babo gets taken out with the lightning, though. Here it comes, the counterattack. Green Shaman goes down to a single tower shot. He says, come on. Well, the tower was there, mate. You could have emptied the tower. And Red Shaman is looking a little low as well. She took a couple of shots from that same tower. Bit of a menacing tower, actually. Nice lightning from Soma gets the kill onto Sherminator there. As Ossur moves up towards the front line. He's actually putting his warriors to work, so maybe he is the god of warriors. He killed a whole 2 fire warriors with them. Getting bullied by the blasts from the AVA team there. A combination of Mixjumpen, Soma, and Purimnir able to just... Sorry, why are you earthquaking damaged ground? I don't know what you were hoping for there. Damaged ground cannot become water, so it just felt like a bit like a pointless earthquake. But if they are able to turn something into it, then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe those couple of troops that they killed was important, as it looks like Soma's coming on in. Mixjumpen's coming in as well. Babo misses the lightning and the counter flattened from Mixjumpen. Kind of huge, but Mixjumpen goes into the water there. He's in danger. Lightning from 00Shaman doesn't even come close to hitting. The follow-up blast does, but Soma gets an earthquake off for his troubles. He gets the 00Shaman as well. Forced into a little bit of danger as Babo goes into tower to try and defend against the pressure of the troops. It's a bit of a shame that Sherminator missed that lightning there. Had he hit that, that would have been an amazing little defense from Team 2. But as it was, they were just a bit too slow. Sherminator too inaccurate. And a little bit of counter damage comes in now, so this game is still wide open for anyone to take. Babo's blasting with rapid fire precision, trying to clear up individual fire warriors as a tide of shamans charges forth. Soma pinging, saying, hey, you know there's all the shamans here. Ghost Army comes down for Ossur, but the fire warriors were shift-clicked, so they push Babo out anyway. He's on low health. A little bit of a shaman duel coming out here. Tornado from Sherminator picks up both shamans. Purimnir's still alive. What's happening to the other shaman? The other shaman, Mixjumpen, also survives. It's a swing and a miss for the double on the tornado. That's what happens when you use an earthquake or something. Cyan ended up over here somehow and just didn't use any spells with it. Red shaman carried to the back of the base. It looks like Purimnir has been killed. You can see his corpse on the floor here. Soma in a duel with the shaman as Yellow actually gets the upper hand on Mixjumpen. And now Soma's in danger. He's in a blast duel with Ossur. Ossur's on low health, but he's doing just enough to keep him busy. Babo going to continue the attack here down onto the strip of Purimnir. And Soma gets pushed in. Soma's very first kill on this game was against Babo with Ghost, and Babo answers back with Ghosts of his own, pushing Soma into the water in exactly the same manner. Purimnir sending a large amount of pop at Babo, so even should his shaman not use any spells, he can be happy with this. It's a good population injury either way, especially if he gets these proxy blasts off. Yes, look at all that population dying, and Babo hasn't even had to use any of his mana to do it. Meanwhile, Yellow is just expanding himself. He's repairing the land. Oh, the lightning from Mixjumpen almost gets the kill there, as Purimnir walks directly into the blast and finds himself going for a swim. Can Mixjumpen throw out another light? Mixjumpen doesn't have the other light. He's swapping over now. He flattens over to try and defend Turok, but he hasn't got the lightning. Babo throws down one earthquake. Babo's probably got the second as well. There it is. Double earthquake onto Turok's base. Big damage coming in here for the overpowered clan leader. Yeah, the second Earthquake did good. First Earthquake was kind of shit, but it set the ground, and now look at this. Poor Torok's down to 4 large huts and a dream. What's happening on the other side? It looks like Sherminator of Avenging Angels fame is doing a great job pushing Fire Warriors up. He's got Fire Warriors keeping Shamans back, making it very difficult for green and blue to actually help out on the other side of the front. It's allowed them to pick on Torok a little bit here, because they've got this sort of center control, and they haven't just controlled mid. As you can see, Ossur's Fire Warriors is sort of doing that duty, but they're actually pushing into this connecting bridge, meaning that whoever isn't, you know, Blue's got to walk all the way over here to try and defend Torok again, instead of being able to protect him from the center. What is Cyan doing, though? Cyan's like, let me help you out. Let me make you some more land. Let me give you more paths into the middle. Oh, but Christo gets out alive. Mixjumpen now charging to the front. Doesn't have any lightnings, but he gets a nice blast kill before Ossur takes him out with a lightning of his own. Follow-up lightning from Ossur does not get Soma. Soma's retaliatory light does get the kill. A little bit of an exchange of damage there as Babo and Sherminator are alive once more, going to make their way to the front. They're actually going to be able to get onto the high ground before Soma can deny it because of the troops that are in the way. Lightning from Babo fails to find the kill. The retaliatory lightning from Soma catches Babo walking up the slope. Babo goes down. Now Sherminator's left to defend the mid by himself against 3 Shamans. In fact, 4 once Mixjumpen arrives. It's going to be looking dangerous. Where is Ossur? Where is Cyan? There they are. They have respawned. They are on their way. Nice lightning from Sherminator there. Going to take out 00Shaman in a bit of a chaotic mess. Listen to the screams. Listen to the screams. Even more swarms coming down. Looks like Christo gets himself into a bit of trouble there. Pushed forward into the troops, and the troops finish the job. I can't even... So many lightnings being cast. It's Stormcloud Island over here. So many lightnings being thrown out. I can't even tell who's killing who as another 2 Shamans go down. Orange and red exchanging, leaving Sherminator to fight Soma in a 1 versus 1. We've got... Mixjumpen is trying to charge a volcano, which just seems like the most ridiculous thing ever. But power to him, I suppose. The blasts are pretty decent there. Lightning from 00Shaman gets the kill at point blank range. Sherminator did answer back with a blast of his own. Now Babo is alive and on the high ground. Can he beat any Shamans? As he earthquakes the center and then starts walking up a hill. Babo, when will you learn, you dumbass? They're S-clicking you. Stop walking up that hill. This, I introduced him as his pro, but his play has not been terribly strong this game. He definitely had a good moment when he was attacking into Torok Nakto, getting back-to-back Shaman kills with Blast, but the second these lights have been thrown out, he's just been getting hit by them like he's a target dummy. 00Shaman tanking a couple of Fire Warriors to use a very unusual Earthquake there. Epicenter of the Earthquake would have been about here, so that was ambitious hoping. Interesting, interesting. So both Cyan and Pink going down because Cyan was sat in a tower. Well, all these lights are being cast, and Mixjumpen dies into the world's smallest puddle, hands over a big chunk of that volcano mana over to Sherminator. Soma then gets to answer back with a kill of his own. Now he's going to push forward as the Fire Warriors bully his Shaman. Babo is alive, but he's not going to get there in time. We suspect some damage will be done here. Proxy Lightning trying to get some damage as the Fire Warriors haven't shot. The Earthquake has gone down, and Soma sinks himself. Does get the tower as well for good measure, but not the best Earthquake in the world. Meanwhile, Babo playing like an absolute idiot. He's died to a couple of Fire Warriors. Excuse me. Babo's actually choking me to death with how he's playing this game. Oh. So it looks like Turok's sort of found some ways to make a little bit of land for himself. He's going to build up. These 4 large huts have been critical for him. He might want to take this spot as well, just because, you know, he's been hurt. Mixjumpen's doing bad things with his mana anyway, trying to charge Volk and then giving it over to the enemy team. If you're wondering why, if you are watching this from the perspective of someone who doesn't know very much about the game and you're wondering why I'm giving out to him for charging Volcano, it's because when your Shaman dies, a portion of all the mana that you have spent charging towards all spells, that's what gets transferred over. So even the 20% of the Volcano sits there even while he's not charging it. And now that he's died, he's just given that over to Babo. He's just given a chunk of his mana over to Babo because he wanted to charge a Volcano that he was never going to finish. You know, he hasn't got 2 Firestorms, he hasn't got 2 Earthquakes, so why he's trying to charge a Volcano is completely beyond me. You do not want to be handing over mana. It's one of the few sort of resources that exists in Populous that you can have control over. Yeah, look how much of the Volcano he's got charged as well. He's giving that mana to Babo. Babo's actually missing all of his spells here. Tornado to pick up the Shaman from yellow there. Good save as Soma manages to get a pretty decent Earthquake onto Babo's front as well. Sinking one of his large huts, making his path a little bit more treacherous for any future attacks. Babo coming on forward here as a tide. I was going to say tide and surge at the same time, as a surge of troops comes forward, and Babo dying to Fire Warriors again. Turok Makto was actually going to sink into that puddle, but Sherminator said, "Don't worry, buddy, I got you." Saved him from his drowning fate. But don't worry, Cyan's like, "I can undo this," and hits Turok Makto with the lightning. Good amount of warriors there. Pushing forward for Ossur. Definitely not earning his title as the Warrior King at the moment, I will tell you that right now. Cyan Shaman going for a roly-poly in the water as the Red Shaman walks forward and uses her Firestorm. She's died again with half a Volcano charged. Doesn't even matter if he gets a Shaman kill there. He's given over so much mana. He's still trying to charge the Volcano. It might sound like I'm really harping on at this, but this spell is twice as expensive as Firestorm. Now, the mana that he actually got, I think Sherminator might be doing the same, because the mana he got from Sherminator there was quite a lot. So the double is going to come in here. Christo looking like he's in a bit of danger. JK, Soma wasn't paying attention. Soma Shaman goes down. The Firestorm, however, is actually on some huts for a change. Rare to see it in one of these games. Christo's forced out of his base. He might just give up here as 00Shaman walks in with 1 Earthquake. Has he got the second? There's the second Earthquake. Christo not looking healthy at all in a huge comeback for Team 2. Really worried about Turok Makto's position after that big assault, but he manages to do a good amount of damage there. Though Christo has a lot more huts surviving than Turok did after that attack. The Firestorm not quite as well placed as I thought it was. I thought it was a little bit deeper, so it was going to get these huts, but I guess it wasn't. Christo is alive. Of course, Ossur trades out with 00Shaman there. Now Babo is alive. He's... Sherminator's going to Firestorm there. Tornado onto one of the frontline towers. I mean, it's helpful. Firestorm's going to clear out the troops. Sherminator's going to go forward, be a bit of a hero. He uses the second Firestorm! Oh, and he's actually going to kill Mixjumpen again. Mixjumpen has finished his Volcano, so now I can stop harping on at him for giving over a boatload of mana. But he has to be able to use the Volcano now. This is the next spot. And hey, I will half apologize should he get to cast that Volcano in a situation that might matter. And I say half apologize because it was still kind of a bad thing to charge, even if he ends up using it. Double Shaman on high ground, making it difficult for Babo to go in here. Lightnings are trying to stop Babo getting in by proximity, and there it is! That's what you want! That nice launching lightning sending Babo into the water. What an amazing shot there. I think that was Soma that threw out that light. Very well done. Ghost Army coming in. Whoa. Ossur, as is the flatten. I don't know what Ossur was doing there. Very entertaining. Troops are coming forward though. At least there's some warriors to help sort of hold this ground. We might see a back door soon. I wouldn't put it past them. Tornado onto Green's Shaman there. It's raining men. Hallelujah. Nice lightning from 00Shaman there, getting the shove. Making sure that that Shaman goes for a swim. Someone's ringing me on the phone, which is not ideal right now because it's going to get picked up by the microphone. So I'm just going to put my phone on my arm and hope that that doesn't sit enough that it can't be picked up in the cast. But it probably will. So we're in one of these positions now. Cess is quite a good map for this when you've got imbalanced teams because the paths are so vulnerable and so funneled. You can sort of do all sorts of stuff, even against pros. And games end a lot less decisively. So, Earthquake from the combined Earthquakes from Soma and 00Shaman have actually pushed back the amount of front land that Team 2 have. Babo's been doing these sort of patented iced tea expansions on Cess where you make sure that you expand forward instead of backwards. Looks like a bunch of Shamans go down there, but all that matters is all that's left is Babo versus Nope, this is Soma and Toruk. Babo versus Soma Toruk. Nice light from Babo, going to get the kill on Toruk there. Nothing too exciting. Toruk was being a bit ambitious trying to walk across this little path, if I'm 100% honest. Oh, we've got the flattening of the high ground. One of the many bad mana plays that you could do on Cess. You gotta remember, the Populous community is ancient. It has been around for a long time, and they like to establish these random, arbitrary rules that you are and aren't allowed to do. Things like, you must not flatten the hills on Cess. You must not land bridge the hills on Face-Off. They're all really arbitrary rules. But they are there. So we've got flattening the hill on Cess. Interesting. Babo's going to firestorm all those troops. That very thing that he likes to get on noobs about. He's going to start doing it as he takes the high ground for himself. I don't know what Sherminator was doing there. Very random. Gotta cancel that Shaman panic status a little bit faster. Sherminator, what are you doing? Sherminator's so scared of being healed, he's trying to get rid of all hills in the game forever. It might be wise with Babo on his team. Babo's died so many times walking up a hill and getting S-clicked. Sherminator's probably done Babo a solid there, because Babo's too proud to do that himself. At the end of this game, Sherminator... Babo, you owe Sherminator one. Firestorm from Christo onto Toruk. 00Shaman. Toruk blasts Christo in return. The blast RNG is pretty good on that Firestorm, able to kill these Shaman pretty quickly. We've got orange. Oh, here comes the back door. What are you doing? Are you a fool? Oh no, the volcano wasn't to do big damage with, it was to waste on a back door. Oh no. Oh no. Babo's here. He's got a nice wide path. He just has to win one Shaman duel and the game is over. Babo in the Firestorm. He's not dead. He gets the Firestorm down onto all of the warriors. He does go down for his trouble, but all of those warriors are taking a big amount of damage. Meanwhile, Sherminator dies straight away to Soma. Big warrior losses here from the Firestorms, though. Not going to be as effective a backdoor as they would have liked. Still could do big damage here as we have Soma walking in through the back. Throws down an Earthquake. Meanwhile, we've got a warning at the front line as Christo and Ossur are now winning the front. Too many Shamans have gone to the back as Purimnir is now also at the back. Everyone at the back of the base trying to dogpile into Sherminator's base. Babo's going to respawn very, very shortly. In fact, here he is. Fire Warriors are clicked onto Soma Shaman, but Soma actually still alive as he throws down an extra Earthquake for his troubles. Here comes Purimnir as well with an extra Earthquake. Soma has died. Purimnir's still alive. Babo throws out another light and misses with the precision and grace of, I don't know, a blind man. Blind man playing darts. Let's go with that. But it doesn't matter because look what's happening at the front. We warned that this was happening at the front. Two Shamans going completely ignored and unanswered, and now Babo manages, with the assistance of Sherminator's Fire Warriors, manages to get all three Shaman kills back here. No real extra damage done. Sherminator is the only player damaged, and I say this with love, but he's probably the worst player on this team. So whilst it's good damage, they're not going to be feeling that impact. You know, you've got Ossur's got troops up and ready. He's been using warriors very aggressively. Cyan has recovered, essentially, from what he was doing. And he's actually connected himself to the back door as well. And he's got troops in position. So it looks like this back door was just good game. Sort of a terrible use of Volcano, if you ask me. But let's not count Team 1 out. Here comes 00Shaman, who's coming in. He used a Firestorm on 2 towers, which is considered bad, as the Fire Warriors inside the hut take out the Shaman. Got to check those huts. Meanwhile, we've got Mixjumpen wasting Firestorms as well. The Firestorm usage for these players is not fantastic. Lightning gets Mixjumpen, but the retaliatory lightning from Soma gets Babo. Now it's Soma's chance to try and do some damage once again as Purimnir goes to the front line. He's going to get a little bit bullied by Fire Warriors, but nothing too substantial as Ossur is now at the back door as well. It seems just like it's a party at the back door. Pink is going towards the front. Cyan is not in the mood to defend him. Cyan's just going to contemplate life, choice, and all manner of things. Purimnir almost dies to the exact same Fire Warriors that killed 00Shaman, but his well-placed Earthquake gets both of those huts. It's going to leave Babo a little bit more exposed, but I wouldn't be surprised if even more huts have Fire Warriors in them. You've got to be careful of small huts. If huts are still small at this stage in the game, they could have Fire Warriors in them. Now Ossur gets bested by Mixjumpen in the Shaman duel. Babo once again forced to go to the back door. Now, Mixjumpen doesn't have the spells to actually take on Babo's Shaman at the moment. He's trying to charge a lightning as quickly as possible. 00Shaman is here, though, and 00Shaman will definitely have some lights. There's the lightning from 00Shaman, but it's a horrific miss. It wasn't even close to the Shaman. He says question mark. I'm not sure what he's question marking. It was just a poor shot. Babo gets another kill. That's a double kill for Babo. Now it's Soma's turn. Soma has had incredible success killing Babo, but no, he walked straight into the lightning. That's a triple for Babo. Oh, baby, a triple. Firestorm down onto the troops. That's a bad Firestorm, Babo. You know you could have killed those without using the Firestorm. You know, we're making fun of everyone's Firestorms. That includes the pros. That's not a good Firestorm from the pros. Earthquake from Babo. Going to do a lot of damage to Mixjumpen's base here. Another Earthquake onto the troop hut as well. Red is opened wide as Cyan and Yellow are in the back of Soma's base. What have we got happening elsewhere? I'm not entirely sure. Red Shaman has just gone down as Babo picks up another kill. For kick luck, says Mixjumpen. Whatever that's meant to be. Babo's getting all of Red's population a little bit there. No, most of it actually did manage to escape him as well, but he did throw down another Earthquake onto Turok base. It's not looking good for Team 1, especially when we go over to Team 2's base. But look, Turok's in Babo's base. Where's the damage? Why isn't Babo's base taking any damage? Well, he did have a warrior training hut here, so Babo's base has taken some damage. Turok's going to single-handedly tear down this single large hut. No, there's a fire warrior there to stop him. 2 fire warriors there to stop him as we've got a firestorm for the green shaman again onto towers. Craig will be turning in his grave when he sees that. Christo, you're still alive! Christo, you're still alive! Christo, you're still alive! Yay! He manages to get the kill onto 00Shaman there. Oh, a little bit of sloppy shaman play from all sides here, but that's what you would expect from an average Joe's game. Ossur's got warriors running everywhere, trying to kill what population they can, trying to disrupt the training. It's good use of warriors here. You know, you want to get in on this warrior training hut. If you can disrupt Team 1's ability to produce warriors, you just overtake this map at this point. Babo with a good shaman kill onto Soma. Good retaliation lightning kill from Mixjumpen onto Babo as Soma pings that Ossur's warriors are in his base, cutting up Braves with their sharp, pointy sticks. So, Mixjumpen's population at about 60 now. He lost about 20 in total there, but he's not going to be feeling healthy for too long now. Nice blast gets the Sherminator into the water there. Nice blast trick from Christo. He could win this if he just blasted again. He's not going to blast again. Oh, he's still alive, but Christo doesn't feel like moving. No, Christo's had enough. He doesn't want to live. He's like, nah, I've given up. Death for my shaman and my shaman alone as Ossur takes on Purimnir at the front line. Excellent blast from Ossur there, gets the kill onto Turok, and his warriors now get in for free. Double ping from 00Shaman and Purimnir, warning that the orange tide is coming, but it's too little too late, I suspect. Warriors can go one way, shaman the other. Damage critical, damage maximum. Well, the red shaman is alive to stop Ossur's shaman, and red manages to do it. He gets the kill onto Ossur, but the warriors, however, the warriors are still around. Good little play by Purimnir here. He's got fire warriors in this front hut. They're going to soften up those warriors. The warriors are still going to get in and do stuff, but they're heavily damaged by those fire warriors and huts. However, meanwhile, Babo is once again in Mixjumpen's base, using even more earthquakes to cause even more damage. It's kind of annoying. What have we got here? Lightnings from Sherminator, not finding the kill onto 00Shaman or Soma. Purimnir does go down to Babo as Babo walks in to Purimnir's base. Firestorm from Babo onto the fire warriors that were approaching him, as well as a couple of huts for his trouble. That's a little bit of a better one. Meanwhile, Mixjumpen is in Babo's base with the double earthquake, doing a good amount of damage. He says, GG, something rude, because Mixjumpen's population is here and it's in danger. Babo's going for the kill. He wants them dead. Mixjumpen's charging Volcano for some reason. I don't know what he wants to do with that Volcano. Because Mixjumpen's population stand by the water. Here it comes, the blast. 1 blast, 2 blast, 3 blasts. Mixjumpen's died in Babo's base. 4 blasts, 5 blasts, 6 blasts. It's all gone. It's all gone. He's already dead. Good blast from Babo there, getting the upper hand onto Purimnir's shaman. It looks like this is going to be a good game now. Purimnir sends everything he can to the warrior training hut. I like the idea. Just go absolutely chaotic with warriors in your last final stand. Yellow's population not that exposed, and red is defeated and angrily quits the game. So that is the end of our spectate. Oh, that was a game. Wasn't it just? Wasn't it just? Oh, my buttons don't work.